Hey everybody, Brian here. So there's a video I've been meaning to do for ages, which is to do with having a warm cabin on an electric car when you get into it in the morning. In other words, preheating the cabin. So it actually links in with the charge management where you're setting the times you want your car to charge. But I have another video on that. So this video here, this is the one that'll actually show you all that kind of stuff. This video, I'm just concentrating on having a warm cabin when you get into the car. So what we'll do is pull up to a charge point. So depending which vehicle you have, you'll always have like an EV menu. We're in a Kona at the moment, so EV. So I didn't have the power on for setting this, so we have to have the car turned on to set this. So back in again, EV. After that, then you're looking for charge management. So if you have Ionic, there'll be a charge management setting on that as well. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is set up my scheduled charging. So again, like I sent you the other video, I'll go through that. I've already done a little bit of work on this. So we're going to go for this departure time here. What that means essentially is, let's say for example, today is Friday. So on Friday, I'm deciding to leave at 11 a.m. What I've also done in the background is I've also actually, do you know what, before I do that, I'm going to set it for every day, because this is what a lot of people do. Like, so if you're somebody that works 5 days a week, you might want it on Saturday, you might want it on Sunday. So say, you know, all the weekday, fine. What I would suggest then is go back out and I'd go into scheduled charging, touch the little cog, and we want to set the start time. So I want the car to start charging. Say, for example, I want it out off peak. Now again, this is overlapping with the other video. So let's say for example from 5 a.m. in the morning till 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I know this would not be an off peak time, but I'm just using it for purposes because it's 8 o'clock now. I'm going to say the cheap times for the car to charge will be between 5 o'clock in the morning and 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So that means the car is going to respect that. So it's going to charge in around those times. Okay. So it gives you a message then just to say if the charger is plugged in, it'll start charging at those times. This video, crucially, we want to go in here and we're going to set it to 27 degrees. So that's as warm as you can do on this particular Kona. So that's already set. You're just dabbing up and down, fine. So that means it's now set. So I've told the car the off-peak times, which is around now. So technically when I plug it in, it'll just start charging straight away. If this wasn't an off-peak time, it actually wouldn't start charging straight away. But because I told the car between 5 o'clock in the morning and 2 o'clock in the afternoon are cheap times to charge, and I'm leaving at 11 o'clock, which is in between those times, then it's decided I got to start charging. Anyway, the main part of this video is the heat. So this car is cold now, so the cabin is going to be cold. So when we get into it, so I'm going to come back out to it closer to the time around 11 o'clock just to show you that the cabin has heated up. And the other thing it does as well is it heats the battery. In a lot of models, most models. So it just means then that your battery is actually operating more efficiently when you go to drive away as well. So that's also useful. The warmer a battery is, basically the closer a battery is to pretty much around 30 degrees, the more efficient it is, the increased or better consumption levels you get. In other words, it won't use as much electricity. So heating the cabin, heating the battery as well. Essentially what it's going to do is it's going to turn on the heater probably around 10 or 15 minutes, maybe about 10 minutes before we get into the car. And that means so when we come back out at around 11 o'clock, it should be really warm. Anyway, so the time is now, actually I forgot the key for the car, I think it's open anyway. Time is now just about 11 o'clock, well, nearly 11 o'clock. I'm going to get into it. And the heating's on. It is absolutely roasting in the car. So the heating is on in the car. So anyway, that's it. And it's automatically done itself. So what time? I think it's like 10:57 or something like that, which means the car thinks I'm departing in 3 minutes. So that's it, it's heated the car, which means if I came out to it at 11 o'clock. So if you want to warm your car in the mornings, it's that simple, that's all you need to do. So anyway, hopefully that is a helpful video. And actually one point that's interesting, I went to turn it off. It will not let me do anything, because I don't have the key on me. If I had the key on me, I'd be able to turn on the ignition and override it or whatever, I'm sure. But just an interesting point, it's not letting me do anything, because it's just working from what I've pre-programmed it to do. From the point of view of efficiency, I think that's really cool. And the reason is, when you get into an electric car in the morning, in the winter, a lot of the time you're literally wasting energy for the first few kilometers, because all you're doing is actually using the heater flat out to try and heat up your cabin. So at least if your house has charged up, has been facilitating the heating of your cabin, it means your battery's still 100% when you leave. Anyway, hopefully that is a useful video. Thanks a million for watching.